Dumelang, dumelang, dumelang. Dumelang, dumelang, dumelang. Dumelang, dumelang, dumelang. Welcome to today's lesson. Welcome to today's lesson. Welcome to today's lesson. And in today's lesson, we will be focusing on Microsoft Office Word basic functions. That's what we will be focusing on. We are going to be diving deep into these functions, and in today's lesson we will be covering these points. This is the first point that we will be covering, which is creating a new document. We're going to be diving deeper into the steps that you need to take in order for you to create a new Microsoft Word document. Secondly, we will be focusing on this step. This is a second step that we will be, at this point I mean to say, we'll be focusing on opening an existing document. We will also be discussing and diving deeper into this kind of an activity. And then also we will be focusing on this, which is editing text. We'll focus on editing text and see where it leads us. Be diving deeper into editing text and looking at all the steps that you need to take in order for you to edit text in Microsoft Word. And additionally, we'll be focusing on this point, formatting text. We'll be focusing on formatting text, then diving deeper also into this activity. And also we'll be focusing on creating lists, which is this activity, which is on this list here. We'll be focusing on creating lists, and in creating list, we'll be creating that particular list and actually going deeper into the steps that are required for you to be able to create this particular list. And then we'll be focusing additionally also on inserting images, how to insert images, all the steps that you require to undertake in order for you to insert an image. We'll also be focusing on creating tables. In creating tables, we want to understand the steps that you are required to take in order for you to can be able to create a table. And finally, we'll be focusing on this last stage, which is printing a document. We'll be focusing on printing a document. So we're going to be looking at all these steps, and as I discuss, I will be demonstrating them to you so that you can be able to continue with your lesson and go through all these steps. So I urge you and encourage you to look at me as I do this, and also I urge you and encourage you to follow my steps as I do this. So as I do this, follow my steps, and that's how you basically are going to learn. You're here to learn, and I'm giving you this lesson and this lecture so that you can be able to learn. The end result here is for us and for you. For me, it's to explain in full this lesson. My end result is my satisfaction into your understanding, and your end result as a viewer and as a student in our facility is for you to be able to do all these all these steps, and be able to use this productivity software, which is Microsoft Office word processing application. So, without further ado, let me start with the lesson. Now, creating a new document. We're now going to be starting with creating a new document. In order for us to create a new document, we firstly need to come to our desktop. We've already covered this in our basic navigation program or learning unit. We are therefore diving deeper into this lesson. Okay, through this lesson we are diving deeper into this subject. So for us to be able to create a new document, we definitely need to locate our start menu. And this is our start menu, as we previously discussed. This is our start menu. Now, once we click on our start menu, we see a list of our applications. Right. Now, once we see a list of our applications, we are specifically focusing on Microsoft Word and nothing else, because today's program is dedicated to Microsoft Word, right? So let's look for Microsoft Word. You can look for Microsoft Word by scrolling in this list of apps. Through this list of apps, definitely you will be finding it. Okay, the interesting thing and the good thing about Windows is that the apps are stored alphabetically. See, these apps are stored alphabetically, starting with A for access, C because there's no apps that take the letter B, so it's C, calculators and everything. They come listed under C, and E, and so forth and so forth. So our Microsoft Office Word is basically W, because it's called Word within, it's a word processing application within Microsoft Office. So it's Word. So we're going to go down and look for W, and this is our W. That's option number one, how you can be able to find it. Another option that you can use to find it is coming to this search option here. And once you come to this search option, you then type Word like this. Then it's going to pop up here, and this is how you open it. This is how you open it, through this search option here, right? But let me not use this search option here. Let's do it the traditional way. Click on Start, scroll through your list of apps, and actually locate W for Word. In other instances, if it's not stored in alphabetically like this, you're going to find it in Microsoft Office as a folder, and then when you click on it, you're going to find all the apps that are contained within Microsoft Office. This, however, is not how it is stored in my computer here. So let's use how my computer has stored it, right? So we click on it like this. We click on it, we just clicked on it, and then wait for it to open. Now it opened. Now it opened, right? Now, this is how we open it. This is opening Microsoft Word. This is opening Microsoft Word. I just covered the first step, which is opening Microsoft Word. Now, let's look at another step, the second step, because we were dealing with the first step, which was opening Microsoft Word. The second step is to create a new document. It's to create a new document. Once we opened Microsoft Word like we did right now, we then click on File, we then click on, let me see something. Let me firstly do this step again. Let me do this step again. I'm currently not connected to the internet, so but never mind that. Now, once we open this app, we then click on this blank page. It's going to, the reason why I'm saying I'm not connected to the internet is because when you are connected to the internet, it shows you other templates that you can use. Apart from that, it shows you also this kind of a document, which is a blank document. As you can see, it's a blank document. It's written in its name. The name of the document is blank document. So you click on it. Once you click on it, you've just opened a new document. This is how a new document looks like. This is a new document. This is step number 2. Now, that is opening a new document. Now, our step number 3 will be when you're connected to the internet, which is what I'm not doing. See? Yes. Now, when you're alright. Let me show you something. Sorry. I want this step to be easy for you. That's the reason why I'm doing it like this. Yeah, once you opened this and clicked on a blank document like this, it opens up like this. Now, this is a blank document, right? This is a blank document. Now, you either will have an option to select a blank document or select templates These are templates. A template is an example of a document that you can use to edit on. That is a template. So you will either choose a blank document to create a new document from scratch, or you will select a template document in which you will use the document to edit whatever you want to edit upon. Now that is our second step, which was creating a new document. Now let's select a blank document. I prefer that we don't work on templates, but we work on a blank document for the purposes of learning. Let's select a blank document, right? This is a blank document that we just selected. Yes, this is a blank document that we just selected, like this. This is a blank document that we just selected. Now, we want to we are now going into our fourth stage. Because we covered our first, second, and third stage. Our first stage was opening opening an MS Word new document. Was opening MS Word. That was our first stage. Our second stage is creating a new document, which we just did, right? And our third stage was the stage that I was explaining. What was the stage that I was explaining, where I was telling you that you can select these templates to work on. These templates, you can select them to work on. This was our third stage. But however, we selected and opted to create a new document, which was our fourth stage. Right. This is our new document, which was our third stage. We are now moving into our fourth stage. Now, our fourth stage includes setting document properties. Remember, this is a new document. So being a new document, we need to set its properties. Now, let's do it. We do it like this. Once we have selected a template, now we are taken into various document properties. We will set the following properties. A document title. Here is the document title. This is a document title. However, we want to set its property from being just a document number 7 like this. We want to set its properties. How do we do that? We do it like this. File. And we are setting the document properties. So we do it like this. We say file. We go on to file. And then once we go on to file, now we are going on to our fourth stage. Our fourth stage is start typing. We need to start typing. This right here is our document area. This right here. Since we opened this document, it's open and ready for typing. So here's what I'm going to do. Since we opened this document, it's open and ready for typing. So I was just demonstrating to you. This is what I was saying. Since we opened this document, it's now open and ready for typing. Now, this was the first stage of the lesson in which we were focusing on creating a new document. This was the first step. We were discussing this step here, creating a new document, which we just did here. We created it. Now, let's go on to opening existing document. We are now going to be focusing on opening an existing document. How do we do that? By applying the first step, which was creating a new document. Some of the steps which we undertook are going to enable us to open an existing document. Let me show you how. Firstly, let me show you how. Firstly, in order for us to be able to open an existing document, we still need to go on to Microsoft Start menu. And we still need to open Microsoft Word through the list of the apps that we are going to find installed in our computer. So we open it, we click on it like this, and this is our Open Microsoft Word application. Now we want to access the open menu. We click on File. Once we click on File, we click on Open here. Right? Now, okay, let me do something. Let me first do something here. Let me show you something. Since we created this document in the first stage, we are going to save this document, and then we are going to use this document to our next point. Remember, our points are here. These are our points. We created this document. Now we want to open an existing document. Since this document is the document that we created, it surely tells us that it's an existing document because we created this document. So firstly, once you applied all those steps, we will then have to save the document. Let's undergo the process of saving this document so that it can enable us to go on to our second step, right? On our second bullet, which is opening an existing document. So let's do so. Firstly, after having typed this document, we're going to go on to File, right? Once you clicked on File, like I did, It's going to enable us to show you this menu. Now what you do is that you click on Save As, right? Once you click on Save As, you then click on this PC, right? Once you click on this PC here, this PC, you then click on Document or Documents. This is where you're going to be saving your documents. Depending on where you want to save them, you can save them in all these locations here. However, I am choosing to save it in Documents since it's a document. Then I'm going to name it. I'm going to name it New Lesson Document. And then I'm going to hit Save. Remember, I said I'm saving it in Document. So it's showing me right here that I started by clicking this PC and then went on to open this folder, which is Document, which is where I am going to be saving. This is a file name. This is a file name, and then file save type, because I'm using Word. Therefore, I'm saving it as Word, as a Word document. Then I'm saying, I hit Save. Then my document is saved. Now, I'm going to show you how we are going to locate it. Let's close it. Since we saved the document, we can now close it and then continue to our second point, which is opening an existing document. Since we have to open an existing document, like I said, we need to follow the steps or undergo the steps that we went through in the first place. We hit the start button, then this pop-up, the start menu will pop up, then we locate our Word app. Then once we locate our Word app, we then hit open. Now once we hit open, it's going to enable us to find where we want to open our document. We can either open our document through the process that we took. Like for example, we said we are saving it in this PC. Then we also said we are saving it in Documents. Now, here is a list of documents that are located here in this computer. Now we said we are naming it New Lesson Document. So you have to these are folders. Within this location, Documents, that contains folders and documents that were saved in this computer. So all you have to do is scroll and look for your document by remembering its name. This is the document that we are looking for. Now what we are going to do is we are going to open it. Since we are opening an existing document, you can either double click this, or you can hit open here. Either way, it's going to open. So let's click on open, and now our document is opened. You see, that's how we open an existing document. So this step has 3 steps. This step that we were discussing, opening an existing document, has multiple steps. The first step is opening Microsoft Word. The second step is accessing the open menu, which is this. We access the open menu by hitting File and then Open. That's the open menu. And then after that, we select the document's location, which was us selecting this PC, then documents, and then locating our document. That's step number 3. And step number 4 was finding the document. After we hit on this PC and then documents, we then find the documents. That's our 4th step. Then we found the document. This is the document. Then after doing so, after finding the document through that step, we then went on to step number 5, which was opening the document. By clicking here, we opened the document, and that was step number 5. And then alternatively, like I said, alternatively, you can hit file, and then after hitting file, hit open, and then look into this site here. By looking at this site, you're going to find recent documents. Recent documents are, for example, today. See, it's written today, which means these are documents that were opened today. And on the top of the list is a document that we opened, which is our new lesson document. That's also how you can find and open documents that are existing. If you want a document that was opened a long time ago, these are this way is how you're going to find them. This is a shortcut. And this way of opening it like this is it's a long way, but either way, as long as at the end of the day you're able to open an existing document, that's fine, however route you went on. Now that was this was our second point here, opening an existing document. Now we are coming on to editing text. Editing text in Microsoft Word. Editing text. For example, let's close this. And we are going to go on and open a document that we want to edit. And we are going to open that document that we created. This is the document that we created, recent. Then it shows us this is the document. So our first step is to open this document, and then after opening this document, my apologies, I closed it by mistake. Yeah, let me open it now. This is a document that we want to open and edit, because we are now doing this step, which is editing text. So we opened an existing document. This is a document. Now this document consists of text that we typed into. And there's a text that we typed into, right? Now we want to edit it. So we want to firstly place the mouse cursor. This the thing that you are seeing on your screen going like this. This is a mouse cursor. Now I want to locate the mouse cursor onto the text that we want to edit. For example, we want to edit this whole thing. So what we're going to do is that we are going to select this. We are either going to double click. It's listen to my clicking. That's double clicking. Clicking it twice, right? Then that's how we select a specific word or phrase. We double click on it. And if we want to, for example, if we want to select a sentence or a paragraph, we are going to triple click. Listen to my mouse. I triple clicked and then it highlighted the entire word, sentence. Or we can also click on to the direction of the word or sentence that you want to start on. Either you can start here at the end of the sentence or at the beginning of the sentence, and then you drag it like this. That's how you select as well. That's how you select. That's how you select. That was step number 1, selecting the text. So we selected the text, right? Now we want to go on to step number 2. We want to go on to step number 2, right? Step number 2 includes deleting text. For example, let me firstly open this app here so that you can see what I'm doing. Let's wait for it to open. I want to open an on-screen keyboard. On-screen keyboard. This is our on-screen keyboard. I opened it. This is our on-screen keyboard. I want you to be able to see what I am doing, right? Now, if we want to delete, say for example, we wanted to if we want to delete text, you can simply, for example, since we selected the text, we are going to just select this word here. Now, if we want to delete it, you just come to delete on your keyboard, or you just press on this backspace button. It's also going to enable you to delete. Now you can delete the entire thing like this, or you can just select the whole thing and then press on delete, or select the whole thing and press on backspace. Either way, you're going to be able to reach your goal, right? Now, that was deleting. Say, for example, you want to delete this word here. You are going to place your mouse cursor here and click. Then press delete or backspace. I was pressing backspace. You can just press delete as well. See, when you press delete, look at the difference. Look at the difference. Backspace enables me to specifically delete a word. Like, for example, I want to delete only opened here. This word opened here. I want to only delete it. Then I'm going to press on backspace. And it's deleting backwards. Now, if I want to delete words after opened, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on delete. And here, see, open is not being deleted, but other words are being deleted. See? So that's how you differentiate. That's how you differentiate. And this was deleting text. We are now going to come on to cutting, copying, and pasting text. We're going to be coming on cutting, copying, and pasting text. See, first and foremost, if you want to cut, let's focus on cutting first. To cut a text means to remove it from a document. It's not deleting it, but removing it. It's like this. If you are cutting it, you're going to be pasting it somewhere. You see? So it's like this. You're going to double click this word, right? Then when you double click, you use your left hand side mouse. When you double click or triple click, you use your left hand side mouse. Then let's just work with this word, since, right? Now we are going to double click and then hit our right button. Then it's going to give us an option to either cut or copy. We said we are cutting the word. So let's cut the word and click and left click on cut. Right? We left clicked on cut. Now the word has disappeared because we cut the word. That's option number 1. Option number 2, like this, by using the mouse, right, left click and then click on cut. Now another option is to double click on the word and then pressing Control, which is here, and X. Look at this. See? It was, I cutted it. I cut the word out using my keyboard. This is my keyboard. This is my keyboard, right? And also that's my keyboard. And also we have an option to copy the word and also paste the word. So let's go on to copy. You do the same thing. You can either copy it like this and come to copy here. Then you click on copy, right? That's how you copy it. Now, or you can click on our Control here and then click on C or press C on your keyboard. Now, the word has been copied. And what are we going to do with the copied word? We are going to paste it somewhere. Let's just paste it right here. We're going to right click on this empty space here on our mouse cursor. Then we're going to say paste. We have paste options here, but let's just focus on this one here. Just focus on this one for now. Then we hit it, and then this is our weight, and it appeared here because we pasted it here. That's option number 1 of pasting. Another option of pasting is double click on it. Put the mouse cursor where we want to put the word, and then press Ctrl and then press V. Then you paste your word. That's how you do. And that was step number 3. That's editing. Step number 3, editing, cutting, and copying text. Now, let's go on to step number 4, which is undoing and redoing changes. If you were keeping focus, I was doing this while I was explaining. I was undoing and redoing changes. I was undoing and redoing changes. Let me show you something. Our last action was to paste this word here, right? This was our last action. Paste this word. Now we can undo it by just clicking the undo button. This is our undo button here. Undo button. Now if we click on it, we are undoing it. Now the word disappeared. We didn't delete it. We undid our last action. Now we can also click on this, and then it will bring back the word. We are redoing our previous action. This is not cutting and pasting. No, it's not. It's undoing and redoing. You are well aware of the definitions of redoing and undoing. I take it. That's option number 1 of undoing and redoing. Another way of undoing is by pressing Ctrl and Z. That is undoing. That is undoing. And then to redo, we have to press Ctrl and Y. That is redo. These are shortcuts of undoing and redoing. That was step number 4. Right, that was step number 4. Now step number 5. We are then going to be formatting our text. We are going to be formatting our text. So, we are going to firstly bold our text. This is how we are going to bold our text. We are going to highlight this word first. We are selecting this word. Now, once we selected this word, we are bolding it. We come to this option here, and then we bold it. That's how we bold our text. That's option number 1, how we bold it. Another option of bolding is by pressing Ctrl, by selecting the text first, then Ctrl and B, and that's bold. See? Control and B. That is bolding. And then we want to italize the word. To italize the word, we are going to come here. And then we are going to italize it, the word. See, the word is going to change. It's, I don't know how to explain it in English, but look at this. See, the word changed. The word changed. That's italicing the word. And then we want to underline the word. This is how we underline it, by clicking here. That's how we underline the word. And then we want to change font size. By changing the font size, we come here. There's a font size. We can select and then pick whatever number we want. That is option number 1. If you don't want, say for example, this is 28, let's say you want 27, not 28, you can just type it here. You can just delete like this. My apologies. We can just delete like this, then type 27 on your keyboard and then press enter, and the size is going to emerge. There are also let's go on to step number 6, which is alignment. Now we have align options. Since these are our align options, this is our left alignment. See, we aligned it. This is our left alignment. The text starts from the left side. This is our middle alignment. The text starts in the middle. This is our right alignment. The text starts from the right. And this is our justify alignment. The text just is justified. See? That's how we align our text. That was step number 6, right? And we were doing editing text. Now we are going to be going on to step number 4, which will be focusing on formatting text. Formatting text. Formatting text. Again, we were doing editing text. Now we are going to be formatting text. Now, in order to format the text, we need to open the document. Open the document first. We have to open the document. By opening the document the usual way, then selecting our recent, then the document will be opened. And then after opening it, we want to we want to change the font size. We want to change the font. By changing the font, how do we change the font? We select the word, the sentence, or the word that we want to deal with. Say that let's select this word that we want to deal with. Then let's increase its font size. Yeah, let's leave it 248 so that it can be visible enough for you. And now that we selected the text, we then click on. Okay, let me align it here so that you can be able to see. Because once I click on font size, for example, once I click on this drop down arrow, which is going to present me with all the fonts in the PC, you're not going to be able to see it, you see. So this is the reason why I'm aligning it from the right. And now that I did, I'm clicking on the drop down arrow, and then it's going to enable me to find a list of fonts that I can use. See, every time I scroll like this, it's showing me the different fonts that I can use. Let's stick with this one for now. And then changing the font size, I already showed you how to change the font size. Then applying bold and italic and underline, I already showed you as well. And now let's change the text color. Let's change the text color. To change the text color, all you have to do is to come to font color here. Then click on this drop down arrow, then select the color that you want. Remember, you always have to select the word that you want or the paragraph that you want to change color on. And you can click and select whatever color that you want here. Let's go for purple. That's how you select color. And now we want to go on to changing text alignment. Okay, my apologies. I already showed you how to change the text alignment. I already showed you how to do alignment. Now let's go on to creating lists. I don't want this video to be long. This is the reason why I'm rushing. Let's go on to this because we still have this options to cover. So let's go on to creating lists. Right? You'll see why I was selecting and copying those that text. Creating lists. Say, for example, since is our first word, right? Since is our first word, we can be our second word, document can be our third word, open can be our, I'm creating a list. That's what I'm doing. I'm creating a list. Or let me delete them and show you something. I want to show you something. That's why I'm doing this. Now, In order for us to create a list, we are going to come on to the home tab, which is already selected. This is our home tab. This is our home tab. This is our home tab. Then we are now going to be selecting the numbering we want to use through this drop down arrow. The numbering, this is our numbering library. We are in the numbering library. Let's go for numbers, since we are in the numbering library. Right, 1. We clicked on 1. So since was our word, we are creating a list, right? Now once we have selected our numbering like this and then wrote our word like this, all we have to do is hit enter, and then it's going to number for us automatically. We no longer have to go on to numbering because we've already set that process in place. Now every time when you just finished writing a text, you just hit enter and it's going to continue numbering for you. Opened, see, and you hit enter. It's going to enable you to it's going to continue to number for you without you having to put those numbers. That's what that was numbering. Then we can, that's a numbering list. We can also create a bulletin list. A bulletin list, for example. We come here and select whatever bullet that we want to select. Let's go for this text. Then now if we hit enter, it's going to do the same thing. See? It's going to do the same thing with numbers. So that's how we create a list of bulletin style. Again, these are your options here on the bulletins. Recently used bullets. These are recently used bullets. We are in the bullets library. And these are our bullets. We also have a variety of different bullets. See, a variety. So we can choose whatever bullets we want, then we will be able to get them. And that's basically how we create a list. Right? That's basically how we create a list. And now let's go on to this part here, inserting images. That's our 6th point. Inserting images. How do we insert images? We click on insert here. Now once you click on insert here, you click on pictures, because we are dealing with images, so definitely it's a picture. An image is a picture. Now it's going to take you directly to your pictures because this is the default location of any picture. But you can save your pictures wherever you want to save them. You will still need to locate them through this PC, like I showed you how to locate documents. So you click on whatever image that you want. Let's go for this one. And once you clicked on it, this is the image. This is the image. That was the source of the image where we located the image. You can get your images online. You can get your images through your devices, through your phones, through your cameras. You can get your images from different locations. But how I got my image was through this device. And then we selected the image like you are seeing the image on your screen right now. We selected it, and then once we selected the image, we inserted the image. Automatically, once we select the image, it's going to be inserted. And then we have the option to resize this image like this or like this. See? We have the option to resize this image like this. See, that's how we grow the image or we decrease its size. And we also have the option to change the image's position. For example, let's click on it. In order to change its position from sitting here, we can use these options, these alignment options. That's point number 1. Or we can click on format. Then once we click on format, we have position here. Then you click on position, and then it's going to enable you to put the image in whatever position you want. Say you want it at the bottom of the page, it's going to go here right now. See, it's at the bottom of the page. Or if you want the image at the top at the top of the page, or if you want the image in the middle of the page, wherever you want the image will go. See, it's all up to you. And then you can also, once you've selected it like this, you can be able to move it wherever you want, like this. See? So you have many options that you can use to create your document. Now, we'll then move on to creating tables. Let's go on to creating tables. Let's go on to creating tables. In order for you to create a table, you still need to locate your mouse cursor wherever you want. I zoomed out so that I can show you the document's full size. And by zoomed out here on this option here, this enables you to zoom in or out. Zoom out and zoom in, you see. So we are inserting tables. In order to insert a table, you can just click on insert here, and this is your table. This is your table. You click on the drop down button. Then once you click on the drop down button, it's going to show you a table. This is just one box. If you want one box, if you want 2 boxes, 3 boxes, 4 boxes, these are columns, column boxes, and these are column and row boxes. See, I get it. Going this side, this is a row, and going this side, so going this side, this is a column. So these are rows. For example, this is a row, and okay, let me show you something. It's a row when it's going this direction. It's a row when it's going this direction. And it's a column when it's going this direction. This is just me showing you so that you can be able to understand fully. So from this part onwards all the way here, it's a row. And from this part all the way down, it's a column. So when we want to insert multiple rows and columns, that's how we do it. Or for example, if we want to insert only rows, we are going to be focusing on just inserting this part. This is a row. So if you want to insert additional lines or boxes, you just come on to the lines in between the boxes here. Just come here and then click on this addition sign, and it's going to add another box. Or you come here, you come here at the end, and it's going to add another box. You can do this for as long as you want. It's going to add the number of boxes that you want it to add. No, it doesn't matter how many numbers you want, how many boxes you want. It's only going to follow your command. That is creating tables. I'm not going deeper into creating these tables, but if you want to insert, for example, when you want to insert rows, this is where you come in. And when you want to insert, okay, this is where you come. And when you want to insert columns, this is where you come. See? This is where you come. You are now inserting columns because you've inserted rows. Remember, I said these are columns. These are columns and these are rows. These are rows and these are columns. You see? These are columns and these are rows. Now, when you want to, when you want to delete it, you just click on this option here and it's selected entirely, and then you come onto your keyboard, then press delete, and it's going to be deleted. You see? Or if you want to just delete these rows and leave behind these other rows, you just select them and then press delete cells. Then you are deleting what? You are deleting the entire rows, not the entire column, but the entire rows. So you're going to say delete the entire rows, then click on OK, and then it's going to delete them. And then it's going to delete them. Then when you want to insert a table in your own way, you can do that by just clicking on, see, this is how. Are you looking at what I'm doing? This is what I'm doing. So every time you select the number of tables, it enables you and it adds them. So if you want only this row, this column, it's going to give you. But if you want rows, it's going to give you. This is a column. You see, this is the reason why it's doing this. These are columns. Once you add rows, it's going to give you. So let's look at these, for example. And then when you want to design your table, you press on here, design, then you click on design here. Then you can choose whatever color you want of the table. See? Whatever color you want of the table, you're going to get. See? Whatever color you want of the table, you're going to get. This is your normal and standard kind of table. This is your normal and standard table. And yeah, basically this is your design. And once you've figured out your design, you have this option, this layout option. Now, for example, let's say we want to delete this line here. We are simply going to say, to click on erase and then rub it like this. It's deleted, you see? It's deleted. And so let's say, oh, we made a mistake. We want to redraw the line. You can come here and then place it like, no, sorry. Place your mirror here and then it's going to redraw the line. You can do this in many ways. You can just see, you can play with this thing. You can do whatever you want. The computer is here for you to just use it for whatever you want. You can do that. If you don't want these lines, you can just rub them like this. See, you can rub them like this. Then you have whatever you want. You have whatever you want. And now let's go on to our final task, which is printing a document. We are now about to close this lecture. Printing a document. In order to print the document, you first need to open it the usual way. All these steps are interlinked. All these steps are interlinked. The reason I'm saying they are interlinked is because you have to create a document before you print it. You have to open an existing document. Since you created this document, it's an existing document. Therefore, you need to open it. You need to edit whatever document that you want so that you can be able to print it. You need to format it. While you are busy editing it, you're actually formatting it as well. You can create lists, you can insert your images, and you can also insert your tables, optionally so, however. But all these actions are linked and they all lead you down to your printing the document. That's what I'm saying. They are interlinked. So you access the document. Once you access the document, you click on File, right? Then you click on Print, right? And then once you click on Print, this is your printer. Okay? Then you have to click on this arrow here, and then you select whatever printer that you want to print on, and then you select it, and then you click on Print. Then it's going to print your document, provided that your settings of the printer and the computer are complete. We are not covering that yet in our program, so I can't dive into how you save the document. How you connect a printer. That's not today's lesson. However, this brings us to the end of today's lesson. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. Today's lesson, which was Microsoft Word basic functions. These are basic functions of Microsoft Word. There are a lot of features that we didn't cover because we are dealing with basic features. That's the reason why. For example, we didn't cover how to insert page numbers. You click on Insert, and then after clicking on Insert, you click on page number. You choose wherever you want your numbers to be. You can just put them at the bottom, at the wall, wherever you want. We didn't deal with headers and footers, what those are. We didn't deal with smart charts and inserting shapes, even though you were looking at me while I was inserting shapes and all those. So we didn't cover a lot of things because we are dealing with just covering basics. And that's how we focus on today's lesson. And now that we covered all these steps, it now brings us to the closure of today's lesson. So today's lesson, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for taking interest in being part of the program. And thank you very much for giving me the chance to be your lecturer. With that being said, this is me signing out. Bye-bye.